Welcome to Trading Truths, where we do forex trading and we do it live and it's fully transparent. We look at the chart, we mark it up, we analyze the chart, and then I will also put the bars pattern as to where I feel the price is going to move, and we wait for a couple of hours, come back and see whether it was right or wrong, and we analyze that also. So there is no bullshitting here. It's absolutely clear, straightforward, live trading with the results right in front of your eyes. Everybody gets to learn something through mistakes, or if I've done the right thing. Let's start off. Today we are doing EURUSD, and as usual I'm starting from the 4-hour chart because that's where I get an idea of the big picture. I've also got the RSI here to see if there's any divergence. As such, in the 4-hour chart I don't see any divergence right now. Everything is aligned. And let's quickly look at the news. 1 hour ago, EURUSD at risk as dovish pressure mounts for the ECB. Big dollar short, vulnerable to a squeeze higher. What we can do is also quickly look at Forex Factory, and here's the news that has happened up till now. For USD, flash services PMI previous was 50.4, expected was 54 forecast, but it came to 52.4. So that means USD is been negatively hit by this. Then consumer confidence is going to happen at 7:30 p.m. There's some time for that, but by the time we come back, I think in about 2-3 hours our bars pattern would have played itself. So then after that this news will come, and this will impact how EURUSD behaves, but for the time being not really. So going back to the chart, we see that here's the Fed press conference happening at 6:30, and Fed interest rate decision at 6, which will impact the price to an extent, but we have some time. Let me remove all the drawings and the markings and look at the chart. I'm also minimizing the RSI. So it has been on an upward trend, and now it has gone in a downward trend, which means that Euro is compared to USD is looking to be a little weak, but USD is also not doing very well. The last couple of relevant news shows that USD has been negatively impacted. We'll have to keep that in mind as we make the analysis. But for now, we see a downward trend, a higher high, a higher low, then a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, and we are again at a lower high and heading towards a lower low. So in terms of levels, definitely there are some levels that we need to mark over here. Let me get the previous markings back. There is a level over here that we can mark out, and we'll make this purple because it's 4 hours. In terms of trend lines, there's one that's definitely important, which is this one right here. This is going to play a role for sure. Is there any other trend line that I would like to use right now? That seems to be the only one that is showing any amount of relevance right now in 4 hours. Is there any other level that is important? This is an important level here, but I don't think the price is going to go there for now. So, but we can mark it out and keep it. There's another trend line that could be useful. I will use it. The price might just oscillate between these two trend lines. So that's it, I think, for the 4 hours. Let's go into 1 hour. This is the 1 hour chart for EURUSD, and are there any levels here? Yes, there are definitely several levels that are important for us. Let me remove auto fit and just shift this a little bit. Yeah, in terms of 1 hour levels, I see one important level right over here. This needs to be marked out. This will be blue since this is 1 hour. Trend lines in the 1 hour, let me just see. The 1 hour is showing the lower lows and the lower highs very clearly. Here is a lower low similar to this, then there's a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and now a lower high, lower low is forming right now. As you can see, we go closer to the candles. Let me put on auto fit. So as you see, after this lower low, this is a new lower low that is forming. It is testing this 4 hour trend line, and there's a chance that it will go up till this level at least. This much movement looks feasible. Is there anything else in the 1 hour that is important? I think we have covered the trend lines. This is one level that we could also consider. Yes, this is a 1 hour level that I think we should consider for sure. So our price is bouncing off this 1 hour level too, using it as resistance, as support. Sorry, it is using this 1 hour level as resistance. This 4-hour level is support and it's also broken through right now. It's on the process of doing a retest of this trend line. Let's get into half an hour, closer to the real action point of 15 minutes, where we do all our real analysis and put our bars pattern. There are no really relevant new levels that I see in the half an hour. And in terms of trend lines, there is one trend line here, but it's not being, if you take it from right over here, then no, this trend line is not being respected hugely, but we could still mark it because it is moving right from back here. Let's see. Let's mark this trend line and see. This is the 1 hour trend line, which is orange. Now if you see, this trend line is being respected to an extent. Resistance, break, little bit of support, break, resistance, break, and then now it might just come back to this level over here. Okay, fine. Any levels that are relevant over here? Not exactly. So there seems to be a level somewhere around here, which is a 1 hour level that is a little, yeah, I think we could have a small mini level somewhere over here, a 1 hour level, which will be orange. Okay, now let's get down to where all the action is. 15 minutes. This here is a 15 minutes chart. Is this a level worth marking? There's a little bit of activity here. Let's go back further. No, this is not that relevant. Are there any trend lines we can use from the 15 minute? This is a new trend line that has formed, which we could mark. This is going to be green for 15 minutes. Let's take a closer look at the candles right now. It's moving upwards. So this is the pullback against the main downward trend. So this will not be a very strong move up, but this is just the pullback before it continues downwards. So the price would probably go and hit this trend line here as well as this level, use it as a resistance and come back down again to this level. Let's take a closer look at the candles. I think we'll have to make an assessment basis this data. Let's try to put a fib. This is in a bigger time frame. Point A to point B goes back to 23, which means a continuation, and it's just continuing. It's already hit 61.8. Let us try another fib. Let's try over here. Point A to point B. It's gone back to 50. It's at 27 minus 27 now. It will definitely go back to minus 61, but it will take its time. So, well, yes. So I think basis this, I will be making my bars pattern. Let's get closer to the candles. It's definitely on a small pullback right now, which will go up till here. Then it will go further down. Let's look at 5 minutes to get a even clearer idea what is happening. This is being used as resistance, this green trend line, and it's moving up, but not much. It's not showing much upward momentum. You can see some dojis forming over here, but there is not a lot of buying pressure either. Sellers got a bullish candle, buyers got a bullish candle over here. The sellers tried to pull the price down, but it came back up. It's really holding over here. So let us see where this can lead to. Okay, I have kind of made an assessment of where I feel the price will go. Let me look for the bars pattern to put on this. Okay, this seems to be more like where the price might move right now. So yes, this is the bars pattern that I have worked out. I think the price will move sideways for a while, then take resistance from this half an hour trend line, also more or less this 4 hour level over here, then come back, take support of this 1 hour level, then again move back and finally come down to minus 61 and use this trend line, this 4 hour trend line as support. So this is how I see the price moving. So we'll be back after a couple of hours to see how exactly the price has moved. Till then, we'll just wait and watch. So we'll be back in some time. I just want to add something. There is some news that is going to come out after about 3-4 hours. So it's so at around this spot, some news will come out of about USD, and that could impact the price movement. Right now I'm seeing it going downwards, but if it is positive news for for USD, then yeah, the price will continue going downwards. But if it's it favors euro, then we might see a upward movement here, so which is not possible to predict. But for now, this is what I have placed the price pattern as. Hi, we are back, and as you can see, the price did move downwards, but almost along the way that I had marked with the bars pattern. But at this point it went upwards instead of going downwards as I had predicted. But however, the price moved exactly in the direction that I had analyzed and marked it out as. It went down, it tested minus 61.8, then again went back up, used the 15-minute trend line as support, and then went up to the half an hour trend line and then used that as support. And the price is still moving. It's staying around minus 27 right now, but yes, it almost reached this level. So I would say this was a good assessment, and it more or less went in the direction that I thought it would. I had first said that I first put that it will just go sideways for a while, which it did, and then it dipped down, almost reaching the minus 61, almost touching it. So as far as the price movement, it's gone in the right direction. Let's just see how many pips we would have made. Not much certainly, but let's just see, around 30 pips, so which is not bad, at all. 30 pips is considerable. So the learning from this is that, let me just put the auto fit. Yeah, so let's have a closer look at how the price moved. So initially it went sideways, then it tested this 4-hour trend line, retested it, then it moved up, then tested this 1-hour level, and then instead of moving down to the 4-hour trend line and minus 61 later on, it's now moved upwards, and it's moving along the half an hour trend line, using it as support. So I would say yes, this is a decent prediction of the movement. I had predicted a very long stretch of movement, so part of it was correct. If I had squished this over here, then it would have been absolutely correct. It just came down to this level. So overall I would say this was a good assessment, and we use the trend lines and the levels effectively here. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed this video, where we are completely transparent about our wins and losses, and we do everything in front of you with full transparency. And also I also explain why I'm doing what, so that there can be a lot of learning. So until next time, thanks for watching, and do like, share and subscribe if you think that what I'm doing here is helpful and useful.